All right. Yo. Welcome in, YouTubeites. This is Cover Price New Comic Book Day show for March 10th, 2026. Everybody, welcome in. Wipe your feet. Come on in. Let's have a good time. We got a lot of great books to hang out with. Today, I am your host. I am Gabe, and I love 90s comics. No Lando today. He had a mini crisis. He's off on assignment. Picked up by aliens, being probed, whatever it is you want to say, but he's not here for the moment. But there's nobody I'd rather have here with me doing this as a 2-for show than my boy Jeb over here, everybody.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Hope everyone's super excited about New Comic Book Day. I know I am. I know there is a lot for us to get through. So, man, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, man, it's a killer week. We got a lot of books to get through today. Happy New Comic Book Day Eve. Happy Taco Tuesday. And also, happy Mario Day to all the gamers out there. It's Mario Day today. March 10th, MAR10. MARIO. Mario Day, everybody. It's Mario Day. So I hope everybody, gets to play some video games today. Or do some plumbing. Or save a princess. Or jump on a turtle. Or something,
Eat some mushrooms.
Eat some mushrooms. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, everybody. How you been, Jeb? What's going on?
Not much, man. Just surviving the weird weather up here. It's either snowing or it's either too cold or too hot or nothing in between. Everybody getting sick.
That's a fact, dude. I'm battling a little something now, but whatever. But my whole house is down for the count, man. There's like a flu strep throat bomb went off in my place.
I'm just like dodging it over here, over there, man.
Man, behind the scenes in the green room, we always talk about health and losing weight and getting our stuff together. I take a lot of vitamins because I'm trying to matrix these sicknesses that come home from schools and stuff. So I'm trying to just matrix and dodge those sick bullets.
It's like, Dad, I love you. Oh, why are you touching me all over my face? Oh.
That's exactly how it was last night during bedtime. My kid was coughing on me, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I just felt that in my mouth. I know I'm going down. But
toasted.
But luckily, usually if I get sick, it lasts like a day. I'm usually pretty good about knocking it out and coming back up.
Right.
So there's some other people experiencing sick family houses, man. Shout out to you, Grumpy Gus, man. Much love. Keep the hopes alive. Drink your fluids.
We're praying for you.
Like the doctors told me both times I took my kids, tying on Motrin and fluids. That's all you got to do.
Sure.
Yes. I got tea.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of all the cough syrups and everything. It just makes me too zombified and loopy.
Yeah.
But either way,
dude, I took a Mucinex nap before I started the show, so I'm a little there. Not too bad. I'm a little there.
Go, man. Right on.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. So with that said, everybody, let's go ahead and get the party started. Everybody kick back some NyQuil. I'll see you guys on the other side. Let's roll with tonight. New Comic Book Day show, everybody. Let's see what we got here real quick. Man, I cannot wait for talking today. So welcome back to the Cover Price New Comic Book Day show. Cover Price tracks real comic sales across the market so collectors can see what's trending, what's selling, and what books people are chasing for their collections. You can follow along on the New Comic Book Day page at CovrPrice.com, where you can sort by highest trending books, most expensive releases, or filter by publisher and more. So this is the point, everybody. Know before you go. Know before you go. That's what we're all about here today. Here's some cool stuff coming out. You might have missed something. Hopefully you find it on the rack. Hot books are always popping off. Hopefully your shop can get them to you at Cover Price. But let's go with book number 1 and 2 today. That's not the right slide. This is the right slide. rolling out quick first today is 51. Number 1. I'm assuming the name is Juke. It's not Jog. I thought it was Jock. I thought it was a mistype for a second there, a typo. I'm gonna go with Juke. This is the first indie series. Madness continues on the aftermarket. Can we even call it the aftermarket when these books are shattering the cover price prior to being released? A lot of that been going on, Jeb. You know that. We all know that.
Well, man, it's crazy because we were like, this is the year of DC, but is 2026 actually the year of indies, everybody? I don't know.
Absolutely, man. It's the I don't know if it's because there's no real movies coming out for people to spec on. I don't know, but indie, indie, like, this is Mad Cave 51 from Mad Cave, but Image number ones are all hot. Every new number one is getting hot and getting some sort of attention. It might not always pop off and be like a $50, $60. At least it's getting some attention and some spotlight, and I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited about comics. I've been rejuvenated recently, 100%. I was a lapsed reader, which is one of the reasons I got onto this new comic book day show with you and Lando, so I can I like to have my ear to the ground, my finger on the pulse, and this is the best place to do it. And I've been rejuvenated with new comics, and one of those things,
And think about like just creators in general, how like the market and everything right now is just every one of these indie books are kind of blowing up a little bit, and just makes creators feel like, man, I'm doing good. Like I put my heart and soul into these books, and finally, we're getting credited, you guys. Everything's popping, getting credited. The babies are growing up. This is awesome for new creators.
Oh, hell. Oh, absolutely, man. Like and again, but my sensibilities as a comic book collector and reader, this stuff is all very, very organic in terms of people feel that people are here to buy the books and read the books and enjoy the books. And it's not just hype speculation on a movie or TV show or some kind of media stuff, or even like, hey, here's, a insane 1 in 1,000 cover or some cover from some hot artist, which is fine. That's all cool and all. But being able to see there's lines at my comic book store every Wednesday. Not crazy, but still, it shows the enthusiasm, and I'm absolutely proud and happy to be a part of that right now with you and with Lando and all the Cover Price. So
100%, man. And it's just, and local comic book shops, that must feel good to see that kind of, everybody coming in and just booming and excited for comics again. And it makes them happy to sell comics again too, man. Because, a lot of the times, shops kind of get the short end of the stick when it comes to new books.
Yeah. I mean, I know for sure, at least the shops in my area, it was a very much chasing the dragon of variants and ratios and stuff like that, right? Where blind bags, you can include blind bags into it, like kind of gimmicky stuff, and that's fine. And that really kind of kept the industry afloat during the pandemic times, and when we got an influx of new collectors and readers. But stores were really kind of cutting it close to the bone, right? They were cutting orders. You probably see like 2-3 copies on the shelf. Everything else is kind of a pull box situation. But now it's like they're opening up the floodgates again. They're ordering bigger. They're letting people have more books. Things are coming in. So this is exciting times. And something like 51, as pointed out here by Magnus, is written by the writer of Lost Fantasy, which was another big book that came out not too long ago that was really popping off.
That's right. And it's still big book in my eyes. Every time I get to read it, I'm super excited. I do not pick up a lot of indies.
Yep. So
it's definitely one that I've always been keeping my eye on, and there's going to be some pretty cool spin-offs coming out of it too.
Oh yeah.
Another one. This is one other thing, guys. We can't do a new comic book day show without a little absolute Batman number 18. Let me tell you.
Yes, sir. And also, let me just shout out here. I'm sorry if I haven't mentioned it before. These picks we got picks this week from our good friend Lefteros, who just, man, all love and respect. That guy belongs on the Mount Rushmore of comic book shops in terms of his dedication to pump out information regarding FOCs, New Comic Book Day releases. Like, he is absolutely a pillar and one of the three legs of a stool in this industry. Like, I can't give him enough respect for helping out with this all the time. Not just us, but the community in general. So shout out.
That's right, man. He does it for the love of comics, guys. He's not getting anything out of this. This is just him coming in, doing some hard work, and just letting us all, you know, vibe and get excited by it, and get to, you know, go out and grab these picks before they're gone.
And this next pick that you brought up, buddy, I am pumped for Absolute Batman number 18. This is the cover A by series artist Nick Dragotta. Wow. This is a first team appearance and cover of dun dun dun, the Absolute Court of Owls. I'm pumped to see this. This is a cover artist is by the great Nick Dragotta, written by again, if you want to talk about Mount Rushmores of Batman writers, I think Scott Snyder, we're slowly chipping away and making him a face on that mountain for sure.
Oh, he's got a face, bro. He's got a face by now. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
He's talking at least 10 years of awesome comics from that man. Awesome Batman stuff.
Yeah, I mean, everything from Black Mirror to the New 52, you know, Metal. I mean, Metal wasn't quite Batman, but still. And then, you know, here we are with Absolute Batman. And this is interesting to me, but I like this a lot because it's the first appearance of the Absolute Court of Owls, written by Scott Snyder, who created the original Court of Owls.
Court of Owls. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really curious to see what he does with his own kind of creation, right? Usually it's somebody else, you know, kind of putting their own spin on somebody else's previous creations and showing some love and respect to those characters. Right. I want to see what Scott Snyder does, what kind of twist he puts on his own kind of characters, right?
Yeah, man.
And then,
and again, on Poison Ivy's crazy. It's like something out of Resident Evil T-virus mutation. Like, it's just nuts.
I love that. What is it? Dang it. The Venus flytrap kind of look that they have for Poison Ivy on the cover. That's rad. Also, I'm going to point out guest artist on this issue. It's not Nick Dragotta, but it's Eric Canetti, who is just a fabulous artist. I love Nick Canetti. Eric Canetti. I love Eric Canetti for the longest time. He was doing a book for a while called Run, Kill. I think it's called Run, Kill, Repeat, something like that. I kind of feel like a jerk. I'm trying to talk about a book I love about him, but I can't get the title right. But he did the variant cover for issue 17, the one where all like the plants and stuff and foliage is, I don't know if it's coming out of Batman's mouth or going into his mouth, but if you like that cover, you're going to see interior art of that same artist in this book too. So another good reason to pick up Absolute Batman number 18. This is a book that continues to blow up. Every issue continues to blow up, goes to another printing. Issue 1 is like on its like 11th, 12th, 13th printing, something ridiculous like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, same thing. They're all on multiple printings. This is a book that it should be on your pull list already if you're not already subscribed to this book.
Right now, it's unstoppable, guys. Unstoppable. Yeah. But it's good though. That's the problem. Like it's not like it's just, you know, it's actually good. And it's everything it pops out, everything that comes out of his mind is just, you get excited for the next body horror Cronenberg just craziness that's going to be in the next issue.
Absolutely. You never know. This is a book where one book that kind of got me back into newer comics. But also the idea that you don't know what's going to happen in this book. You don't know what's going to happen. This could be the craziest thing. It could be Batman shooting stomach bile out of his catheter at people. It might just be him dropping an entire building on Bane. You never know what's going to happen in this book. It is extreme. It's always escalating, and I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this book. Right. All right, we're going to keep moving on. We got a lot of books to get through today. Also, our new comic book staff picks this week. from the people over at Cover Price. We have Alias, Red Band, number one, excuse me. Beautiful, as always, David Mack. And this is the regular open order A cover, everybody. You get this beautiful, beautiful David Mack cover. This is a pick by Matthew G., who's a writer over at Cover Price. So shout out to Matthew for picking a beautiful book and a beautiful cover, and the return of Jessica Jones. Everybody.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones. Not a lot of Marvel characters that can say they have 2 seasons on Netflix, but Jessica Jones is definitely one of those characters who's got she's got the love, the trauma, everything just fits really, really good with this character. Also, she's one of the toughest moms in the Marvel universe. And one of the most badass wives too, I have to say,
Oh, absolutely. Like there's nothing more badass than somebody like Jessica Jones who, hardcore drinker, private investigator, kind of turns her life around a little bit.
Could you imagine being the boy who, ends up going out with their kid and then is like, "Hi, Mr. Cage, how are you today? Hi, Mrs. Cage, how are you?" Man, those would be some scary parents to meet.
Yeah, that's not the household you want to walk into if they don't like you. That's for sure. It's Luke Cage and Jessica Jones / Jewel. Yeah, that's crazy town. Coming up next, this is a pick from the CCO and co-founder of Cover Price, Matt DeVoe, who, if you were here last Thursday, I was rolling by myself on the Shaker Show, and Matt came in to tag along, but he picked Archie X, Army of Darkness. I guess that's just like a crossover, excuse me. Archie, Army of Darkness, #1. This is the Robert Hack limited virgin variant. This cover is sweet, Jeb. I love this so much, dude. I love it.
It's got all the nostalgia there, man. You got, the #1, and again, prayers going out to our boy Ash, dealing with some freaking cancer problems. But man, Army of Darkness is one of the best movies. Let me tell you, they come out of the 90s. It's like up there in the echelon for me as a kid. I've watched that movie a billion times,
Yeah,
this is
absolutely. And that's funny. I saw Army of Darkness before I saw the other films. I didn't know there was other films. Like I know about Evil Dead, right? And I just thought it was just an Army of Darkness franchise.
Evil Dead 2 I watched, but I did not even realize that it was all the same characters when I watched Army of Darkness. It was kind of funny. I didn't realize that till like later on in life, but man, it's crazy. We're getting, can you imagine Archie in a jalopy and his chainsaw hand?
That's awesome.
Driving around, running over zombies. That would be badass.
Yeah, you can see him going through Riverdale with a chainsaw hand, trying to get some burgers and milkshakes, trying to, pick between Betty and Veronica. I love this because I was saying before how much I'm kind of really getting interested in Archie stuff. This is a perfect homage. I love when you pit, cutesy dimple, Archie characters, and you put them in like a horror movie aspect kind of thing, like when they did Archie versus the Predator or Archie meets the Punisher. So.
Oh man, that's a classic. I was enjoying some of the stuff they were doing where they had like Jughead as a werewolf. I thought that was cool. And they had Veronica as a vampire, and it was they were popping out some kind of fun stuff. You can do probably anything with Archie. It's like one of those, just those things you can do anything with. You could have freaking Archie troll dolls, whatever you want, guys.
Yeah, you could do like Archie in space. You could do Archie versus Predator. You could do it, and it doesn't hurt the franchise. Like it doesn't taint or diminish the kind of cutesy, dimply, wholesome idea of the Archie family, of the Archie books. So yeah, and that works here too, man. It works cool. All right, let's keep moving on. All right, so we're gonna move on here with some more Archie, Army of Darkness. This is the Francisco Francavilla 1/20 Virgin. This is a pick by Dean P., who's a back-end software engineer at Cover Price. So shout out to Dean.
Yo, Dean?
That's an awesome pick, man. He's got a good eye. I love Francisco Francavilla.
Yeah, I love like Francavilla does all those like old timey like movie poster-ish type art, and I've always been a huge fan. He's done a bunch of like Venom covers. He did a bunch of Black Panther covers that I've absolutely loved when like Black Panther was like during like Spider Island and all that kind of stuff. He had some really cool covers during that.
Yep. Yeah, or even he did the entire Archie. God, what was that book when the
werewolf, isn't it?
It was not just a werewolf book, but even before that, where it was the zombies, where like Jughead's hot dog dies. Spoilers. Dang it, I forgot. I'm slipping the name of the name of that book. Yeah. But either way, I love seeing the Archie books on here. Love seeing the Archie books, dude. Very cool. Very cool. Also, another staff writer, Keith S., writer at Cover Price, picked Betty and Veronica, or Betty and Me, #1. This is a Dan DeCarlo, who is like one of the most synonymous artists when it comes down to Archie. This is the Endless Summer 2026 facsimile cover. This is rad. I love this cover.
Kind of looks like a blacklight cover, you know?
Oh yeah, it's kind of that day glow, like pink and the sunset and everything, and then like the orange sands of the beach. I love it. Like it's very, and even just like Veronica's, checkered bikini there is really cool. Like it's all. I love these bright colors. Absolutely. This is what I like about this show, Jeb. I didn't know about. I'm gonna click back for a second. I didn't know about this Robert Hack cover. I love it. I want to see if I could pick that up for a cover price or for a good price. And all these covers. That's the danger and the fun of new comic books. Is I'm like, gosh darn it, man! I really got baited into getting these books, man. I really want to see these books. These are cool.
So that's why I just stay in my wheelhouse. I stay in my wheelhouse, bro. Stay in my wheelhouse. Exactly. Otherwise, I'd be broke.
I try, dude, but I always look out a little bit. I look through the cracks, like, oh, what's that? Oh, that's a cool Army of Darkness / Archie. That's cool. Let's roll.
It's like, yo, piece of candy. Let's get it.
Ooh, shiny squirrel. Yeah. All right, we'll keep rolling along here. More staff picks here. Bleeding Hearts #2. This is the Alex Eckham Lawn variant. This is picked out by Lefteros. Great cover. Issue 1 was really fun. Did you read issue 1, Jeb?
Yeah, I read issue 1, and like it's kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of that movie Warm Bodies, where like the zombie kind of the heart just started beating, and then all of a sudden he just started coming back to life, kind of thing. Yeah. Like I say, it doesn't matter what I read or anything, something always reminds me of something else, guys. So that's just who I am. That's how everything reminds me of something else. I'm getting that old.
Absolutely. And what? Shout out to JSS Brooklyn for pointing it out. Everybody, if you're here, whether it's your first time here or you come here every week, hit that like button. If you're a new person here, hit that subscribe button. Leave comments down below if you're watching this on the rewind, or if you're watching now after the show's over, type in some more cool comments. Help out that algorithm. I think it changed from my understanding in YouTube. So more likes, more comments, all kind of helps some engagement and some boost around here. So thank you to the mighty wrench of Jesus Brooklyn for pointing that out. Afterlife with Archie. Thank you, Marcus or Magnus. That would have drove me nuts all day. Afterlife with Archie. Word. Thank you, sir. But yeah, I loved Bleeding Hearts 1. It's an existential zombie who's like, what's the point of life? Why are we even here? Should we even be doing this? And they all have weird names like mouse hole head, golf ball, something just weird gibberish kind of names, But that comes from the mind of Dennis Camp, who's just a kooky writer, man. He comes up with some crazy, outrageous, original stuff. So I'm pumped for issue 2. This is a great cover. That's a massive heart. This is a really fun cover. That's cool. And we move on. We got a pick from Brian H., who is a part of the social team. He picked out Blood and Thunder #11. EJ Sue and Michelle Misaki. I'm gonna go with Misaki. This is the Invincible team-up cover. I love that pose from Alan the Alien back there. Very, Randy Orton looking right there. I love it. Alan's
just my guy. I just love everything to do with anytime Alan the Alien's in it.
Yeah, and I think Seth Green as the voice is perfect. Like,
I was just gonna say that, man. It couldn't get any better. That's like one of the reasons why I love the Invincible show so much. Is just Alan, Seth's voice, awesome.
Yeah, they got some awesome that voice casting. Bravo, they did some great voice casting for sure. All right, yeah, do Blood and Thunder 11. Love this. There's a lot of team up covers, a lot of Invincible covers coming out this week. Yep. So be ready to just Invincible this week. And at MegaCon, I think MegaCon's got like 100+ variants of Invincible. So
it's that theme, guys. It's getting closer to the next season. Everyone's getting ready.
Everybody's getting ready, man. There's some stuff that I don't think people are ready for. If you haven't read the whole series, you're not ready for some of the stuff that comes up in that series. So buckle in, everybody. Moving on. Dork. Yo. Oh. Dork. This is picked by myself. Thank you very much. And by Lefteros. I mean, bro, we had if you guys missed out, go back to last week's show where Jeb was not here. So
I'm sad.
Yeah, it was Lando and myself had a nice long chat with Brett Bean, the writer, creator, artist, everything Dork from him, all about the idea.
Man, the legend, the myth.
The man, the myth, the legend, the machine. That man is a machine right now. During the interview, we asked him, like the first question we asked him was, hey, so tell us how the last month has been for you. He goes, I don't even know. I haven't even had time to kind of settle in and think about what's been going on because every book is selling out. Every printing is selling out for Dork. Dork number 2. This book is continuing to be hot. Issue 1 sold out basically immediately. Came out with a second print of 25,000 copies. That sold out. There's a third print of issue 3. And they just dropped the 4th print today. So yeah, 4th print for number 1. So it just does not stop. Issue 2, the excitement of issue 1 bumped orders up to 70,000 copies from 25,000 copies. Issue 1 was 25,000 copies. Issue 2, 70,000 copies, and it sold out.
Boom.
So sold out. I think it's already going for above cover price. So hopefully you have this on your pull list. Hopefully your store has some copies on the shelf that you could get at cover price, because this is a book that people want to read.
Book, man. Like I went and meticulously went through it, getting ready for the show that I didn't make. I'm sorry. And man, it was funny. It's actually a funny read. Their joke about being all defensive and then the shield, like I was dead, man. That was good. It was good. Love it.
Yeah, I was enjoying it the whole time. It's a fun book. It's a cute book, but don't let that fool you, because it's pretty violent. Like, heads get chopped off. There's some big crazy fights. But going along with that, Dork number 2, we also have, guess what? An Invincible team up cover as well. This is picked by Lefteros. This is picked by Nick R., who's a writer at Cover Price, and Ron R., who's also a writer at Cover Price. Everybody loves this cover because everybody loves Invincible and everybody loves Dork. This is chocolate and peanut butter. This is Netflix and chill with the back massage. Like, this is the perfect combination.
Alien. This is go time.
Yeah, you got Alan the Alien. You got dirty, terrible person Conquest with his head on the spike. You got Alan with Battle Beast head as like a belt, it looks like, wrapped around his waist. What a great cover. I'm trying to think of the name of the other guy there. Dang it, he's the one that kidnapped like everybody in the book at one point at the beginning of the book.
Let's go, chat. Let's go.
Yeah, let's see the chat squad. It's Rome. What's the name? What's the name of the? I forgot. He was like evil black scientist guy who had like he like could travel into different dimensions, and he'd pull out other dimension versions of himself and hook them all up to a machine. Like, there's a lot going on with that character. Such an L, last name an L. I don't know. I might be completely off. It's been a minute since I read that book, but let's go. I love this book. Also pointed out here, there's a new Jay Gonzo cover for number 3 coming on sale on Thursday. Look that up, everybody. That's a rad cover. If you love Sugar Skulls, if you love Jay Gonzo, if you love Dork, that was a great cover right there as well.
Angstrom Levy. There we go.
Angstrom Levy. Thank you, Adam Duffy, for the phone a friend assist on that one. Let's go. I got both of these covers on my pull list, so I am pumped and ready for those. Moving forward, another pick by Left the Rose and Hannah, who's Hannah, who's CovrPrice's data integrity manager. They got some good picks here with DC crossing over with AEW number 2, the Gang Galank variant cover. This looks awesome.
Well, it's
I don't watch a lot of A&E. I'm more of a WWE person. I can't think of who that wrestler is at the moment, but that's a great Wonder Woman image there. That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Gabriel in the chat, you're gonna have to start a GoFundMe, brother.
Yeah, for real, dude. For real. Yeah, so another great, man. I love seeing when things cross over, right? It's like video games and comics, TV shows and comics, wrestling and comics. Hey, it all belongs, it all fits, it all draws in new people to comic book stores and to the hobby. So fantastic fun stuff here. That's a beautiful cover. One of my favorite series was Die. I love the original series of Die. Die number 5, picked by Grant W., who's another data integrity analyst for CovrPrice, is picking out the A cover, the Stephanie Hans regular cover. These covers for Die are fantastic. I love these covers. If you've ever played any kind of role-playing games, any kind of tabletop like D&D style games, Die is a book that you would love. It really shares and brings in the fun and the aspects of like tabletop games, D&D style games and stuff like that. I haven't read any of this new series yet. This is one I was going to wait for the trade paperbacks to come out because that's how I read the first Die. But man, this is a beautiful cover by Stephanie Hans for sure.
Stephanie Hans I've never seen a bad cover by her, man. Never seen a bad cover. I go back to the X-Men Venom cover that she did way back when, and man, that's still to this day one of my all-time favorite covers. So Stephanie, I salute you.
Yes, absolutely, man. That's great. And the thing is that she's the interior artist as well. So the interiors aren't as intricate as this, where it's like, the kind of logo here is what like a die looks like when you kind of unfold it. I think it's like a 12-sided die. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's kind of unfolded. It kind of looks like that. So it's not that integral, but it's just the same kind of beautiful colors and stuff like that too. So let's go. I love it.
All right.
Moving forward, we got Emperor Aquaman number 15. This is the EM variant, looking very, very beach body.
This is a thirst trap variant by Kui Hong Eom.
Yep, picked by Left Rose here. Look at that thing, man. He's ready to steal your girlfriend because he's got a surfboard just made out of water because he can do that.
I didn't know Iron Man. I didn't know freaking Aquaman had so much cake.
Bro, I mean, dude, swimmers, don't let them fool you, man. They are incredibly strong people. Like there's some swimmers at my gym that could just put up the weights, dude. They know what's going on. They have it, That's a lot, But yeah, King of the Seas is just like I said, he's gonna steal your chick, dude. You better watch out. I mean, first we had a lot of thirst trap covers for Aquaman, Nightwing, and now Aquaman is. They're gonna start fighting out. They're gonna see how far they can go with the thirst traps on Aquaman versus Nightwing. Let's see.
You said it, man. He's gonna steal your chick, then he's gonna drown you.
Absolutely, dude. Never mind. Let's go. Another staff pick here by Matt Day, who's director of operations for Cover Price. He picked out Exorcism at Buckingham Palace #1. The Vanessa Del Rey retailer incentive 1 in 10.
I believe there's a new Exorcism movie coming out with Scarlett Johansson, I think. At least that's what I'm pretty sure I read something about that.
If there is, I'm going to watch it just for Scarlett Johansson.
Yes. Yeah. But I don't know.
I love Exorcism.
For sure, man. I wasn't a massive fan of the last one. You know, they try to they take, I don't know, a story that's been told, and then they didn't really do anything overly new with it. So I don't know, man. This could be interesting. This is going to be in the UK. Yo, God save the Queen, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, obviously the UK with Buckingham Palace. This is just a beautiful, just setting art piece here. I love it, with the clouds in the sky and the fog around Buckingham Palace. This is a beautiful, beautiful cover, man. And this is from IDW Dark, so they got some dark.
And if you really go into the clouds and stuff, there's a skull in there. It looks like an angel. It's a pretty cool cover, man.
Yeah, this is cool.
It's just neat.
It's spooky, dude. It's just a building and some clouds, but it's creeping me out. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Ominous.
Yes, sir.
Good word.
Good word. Big words here from my boy Jeb.
Oh, I'm so loquacious, everybody.
All right, I'm loving these picks right here because I love G.I. Joe. We got G.I. Joe, Real American Hero 326. I love that they kept the numbering when it came over from IDW to Skybound. This is the Lee Weeks and Matt Hollingsworth regular cover with my boy Snake Eyes prominently on the cover. I love this book. I love this cover. I love Snake Eyes because he's a ninja, and ninjas make everything better. That's a fact.
Yo, how does he even see through that visor, bro?
He's a ninja, dude. He doesn't even need to see through the visor.
Yo, that visor is like wearing those glasses that Kanye West has with the slats in them. The slots.
Oh yeah, the one that look like Venetian blinds.
Yeah, man. Yo, I'm like, how do you see anything? But I guess he never talks, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're not gonna get an answer out of him, you know.
Yeah, you'll never know. We'll never know, people. We'll never know.
One of the great mysteries of G.I. Joe. One of the great mysteries of the Snake Eyes.
How does he see out of his helmet?
Yeah. And he wasn't always a ninja. They made him a ninja later on. That's when he became super cool. Every time. Like I said, ninjas make everything better. They made Batman better. They made Daredevil better. They made G.I. Joe better. Let's go. And along with the G.I. Joe, we have another pick here from Lefteros, which is the Chris Mooneyham Invincible team up variant. This is I've never thought of crisscrossing G.I. Joe with Invincible. Like, I don't know how they did it. I don't know. There's some weird licensing, and however they finagled this from happening is awesome, because you have Storm Shadow, you got Snake Eyes, you got I think that's the female Snake Eyes. I forgot her name, and you got
Roadblock.
You got my boy Mark on the cover too.
Is his name Roadblock or Fridge? I can't remember.
Maybe that's Roadblock. I don't know. Is that Chuckles? No, I think that's
man. I feel like one good swoop, and Invincible would just go tear right through all of them. They'd be toast.
I'll tell you this right now. Out of all of these Invincible covers we have so far, this is the one I wish was an actual mini series or something.
Yeah,
I would absolutely love to see an Invincible G.I. Joe team up for sure. The only thing that would make this cover better is if everybody was beat up and bloody or something, you know.
Yeah, it would it would be it would make sense, because that's what Invincible is all about, being half alive and just holding it together.
Yeah, there's too many books to read. I would love to get back on and read G.I. Joe American Hero. I'm starting to read the main line. I don't know if you want to call it the main line, but the other G.I. Joe title. I don't know what's going on here. I was reading it when it was first coming out, and it was really tied into the toys, the new toy line. I was I'm a little confused with the Zombie Island and stuff. But either way, moving on, We got Invincible #1. This is the Flops sequential art comics variant that was limited to 1,500 copies. This is picked by CEO of Cover Price, my boy John S. Who, again, if you tuned into last Thursday's Shaker Show, he popped in too to help out with the Shaker Show with me and Matt as well. And this is a great Flops cover, man. I love it a lot. I love. He does. This is a little bit of a different Flops cover. It doesn't have that. I keep using this term, and I'm sorry, but that day glow kind of green and pink that he usually does on these covers.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a different style here. I love how she's just sitting there, like waiting for the picnic to happen while Mark is fighting. Maybe Conquest, maybe that's his dad. I don't. Somebody out there in the sky, but that's rad. That is rad.
No doubt, man.
Yep, very cool. Mark Spears on the list this week. Mark Spears Monsters #9, Lady Dracula variant, picked by Lefteros.
That's right, baby. This is the best cover of the night. I think for sure, 100%.
Oh yeah, talk about thirst trap, bro. Like it's going. It's going.
Just be like, do you want to go for a bite? And you're just like, okay. How do I say no? Mark Spears, though, man. Again, that's another. That's another. You know, that's a success story all in all itself, man. You know, he went for it, and now he's like one of the biggest names out there.
Yeah, another one that, again, just grew organically. No movie announcements, no media hype, none of that stuff.
Nothing.
Just cool comics, right?
Hard work and cool comics, and just him putting in the work, man. You know, hard work pays off, people. Apparently, hard work.
And he's consistent. He's consistently putting out. He puts out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of covers. I'm not sure the true numbers, but I'm pretty sure he must have done the most covers last year by like a large margin. He did so many covers, and they're all nice. They're all like nice to excellent. There's no like meh or bad covers that come out of him. They're all really good or fantastic, right? So very, very rad. And just he's a very nice man too. He's come on the show
100%.
and he's hung out on the top 10 when the top 10 was dominated by Mark Spears blind bag covers. Nicest guy, really nice, swell, sweetheart of a man. So always excited when he comes on the show. Whenever he shows up on the list, because he deserves it.
I just love that he draws the Wolfman like the werewolf from Monster Squad. That every time I see his werewolf, I'm like, that's Monster Squad werewolf. That is the coolest thing ever for me.
Yep, I always see it and I go, Wolfman has nards. Moving on, everybody. Another Mark Spears Monsters #9. If you got a phobia of clowns, you might want to look away. It might be too late. Sorry to spook you, but this is incredibly spooky clown cover. Sent in the Clowns variant. That was a pick by Lefteros. I don't know what more you can say. I just said it already. This is a creepy, creepy clown cover for sure. This is not the clowns you want showing up at your kid's birthday party.
Yeah, that's cool. It's got the clownophobia and whatever they call it. Oh man, there's a lot of great evil clowns. A lot of great evil clowns that should be forgotten too. But let me tell you, this is again Spears. He does not let you down.
Killer clowns from outer space is all I have to say.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that movie and you're not creeped out by clowns, or even if you are creeped out by clowns, if you have a friend that's creeped out by clowns, like if your wife, significant other, whomever, pop in Killer Clowns from outer space.
You know what's actually kind of crazy? They actually took they took two of those clowns and they used them as the trolls, repainted them and everything, and used them as the trolls in Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh, really?
They took like two of the clown costumes, ones that like stick out a lot, and they reused those costumes in another movie, which was kind of interesting.
I haven't seen Ernest P. Earl movies in a while.
Oh, dude, you gotta go back. Everyone's got to go back. Everyone's got to go back and watch. Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Scared Stupid, Ernest Saves Christmas is probably one of the best Christmas movies ever.
Ernest Goes to Jail.
Yeah.
And each one just progressively gets more silly and awesome, right? Because Ernest Goes to Camp is, semi-serious, except for when he's like sharpening the knife and he goes into like the meat of his hand, and he's teaching him to sharpen a knife, right? Yeah. We talking about Earl. And he was also the original voice of Slinky Dog from Toy Story.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Moving on, we got Masterminds, number 4, Stephen Thompson, regular cover. This is picked by one of the marketing folks at Cover Price, Stephen H. I don't know what's going on here, but let me look at the notes, because whoever did this cover, I want to give him some love, because to draw every one of those books on that bookshelf had to have been time consuming. So, much love to see them doing that, because that is a really cool piece of artwork there. I don't see it on the notes. Either way,
this book's a mountain of books.
And then you have like that symbol, which I don't know what this book is about, from Dark Horse, but I'm sure that symbol kind of that stands out here. It's got to mean something. You got that scorpion on the book. This is an impressive cover. Shout out for all the hard work on that book, on that cover, for sure.
Stephen Thompson, good on you, bud.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Moving on.
Going.
We're making it happen, dude. I'm always happy to see Sonic the Hedgehog on the list. Sonic the Hedgehog number 85. This is the GG Directs. Directy. I'm just gonna go with Directs. I'm sorry.
Directs. Yeah.
Directs. The Matrix. Cool variant cover here. This is a pick from Lefteros. I mean, again, this is just Sonic the Hedgehog. I have to give it respect for how long that series has been running. Not just in IDW. 85 issues is a very, very long run. But it was like 375-ish issues, I want to say, from the Archie series. Before that, that abruptly, unfortunately, ended and IDW took over. That is some staying power for our boy Sonic here.
Hey man, the fan base is real. The movies always hit, man. The movies there's not been one flop in the box office. The closest to a flop that Sonic had is when they made him and he didn't look anything like Sonic, and then everyone was like, boo. And then they fixed it and everyone was like, yay. And then now we're good.
Dude, yeah, I'm so happy that they fixed that. I'm glad that the fan outrage reached the right people and they changed that. But you're right. Those Sonic movies are better than I ever thought they would be. I'll watch it because I like Sonic. I grew up watching Sonic and playing the Sonic games. These are really, really good movies, dude. I like all 3 of them. Yeah. Then there's like another one coming out too with Amy or whatever. But yeah, they're great movies, guys. If you haven't seen it, give Sonic the Hedgehog a chance.
Yeah, you got nothing better to do on a Sunday, guys. Yeah. Let's go. Come on.
Or even like the old cartoons. Where like the voice of Sonic was Urkel. Yeah.
Did I do that?
As I run real fast. Next book up here is Sonya Reborn, number 6, the Stuart Sager variant cover. What a piece of artwork here. This is picked by Tony S., who's a contributor for Cover Price. This is
a pretty cover. You got the she-devil with the sword. Like, honestly, there's like the recent movie that just came out wasn't bad. Like, yeah, it was like direct to video or whatever, but like it wasn't a bad movie. You could see like the one scene with the Cyclops. Spoiler, sorry, but you could see they put a lot of like money into that scene. But I enjoyed the movie, man. It wasn't, right up there with the remake of Deathstalker. Not bad.
And I'm sure you love both of these covers, Jeff, because I know how much you love purple, because I like purple.
I do. Well, I do love the color purple, and I do love, fuchsia and all those kind of colors. So yeah, dude, it pops and it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a fantastic cover. Fantastic piece of artwork on that one. All the Spawn heads out there, calling out all the Spawn heads. We got Spawn 373. Oh my gosh, talk about a book that has legs. That has been running deep since 1991.
Yeah,
91 or 92. Because it's It was Youngblood 1, Youngblood 2, and then Spawn 1. So it was either very, very late 91 or very, very early 92. Either way. Beautiful Brett Booth Invincible team up cover by Brett Booth. This is picked by Van, who's a writer at Cover Price. You got Spawn up against
Conquest,
who just deserves all the most rotten things that happen to him. Whatever Spawn can do to him to send him to hell or to punish him for his wicked ways, Conquest deserves it. Love the chains just wrapping around his arm. This is a fantastic fight cover here.
And then he'll have his like long conversations. You know, I'm bored and I love this.
Oh, where's Wanda?
I haven't felt like a man in years.
Wanda, Cheyenne. Oh, Terry McGinnis. No, that's Batman Beyond. Terry Fitzgerald. Yeah, great cover, dude. Brett Booth, man, just somebody who just has that 90s aesthetic and has been a hardcore artist since the 90s, is still bringing it now and just reinventing himself and just still bringing the 90s action and adventure and just coolness to each and every cover. And this is
every cover.
Yeah.
Every cover.
Look at this. This is a special book here, Jeb. I didn't know about this book. Spider-Man Meals to Astonish. Number 1 is a Mike Mignola cover. This is the regular cover for this book. This is picked by James T., who's a developer over at CovrPrice's.
I gotta give a shout out to Friendly Neighborhood Chef, my boy Keith, man, and on Instagram. He's the one who put me on this book, and he is a chef. That dude cooks some food. If you guys get an opportunity, go follow him. Friendly Neighborhood Chef. Let me tell you everything about this. He's been so excited for this book and has been telling me about it like every week. So
yeah. And Travis in the chat, shout out to Travis who does the top 10 show. Magnolia Spidey is so good. That's a creepy Spider-Man. The chef on this cover, I forget his name, but I know he has a restaurant here in Vegas called Bizarre Meats. And I know he does a lot of like charity work and does a lot of like when there's like disasters that happen and stuff like that. He shows up and makes wonderful meals for everybody. I can't think of his name, so I apologize. But Bizarre Meats in Las Vegas. I haven't been there because it's a little pricey, I think. But
Chef Jose Andres.
What was it?
Chef Jose Andres.
Jose Andres. That's right. That rings a bell. But either way, no disrespect to him, but this is all about Mike Mignola doing Spidey, doing Marvel covers again. This is rad. And dude, if I was him, how honored would you be to have Mike Mignola put you on a cover? Wow.
I wish, man. I think just getting your face on a cover anytime would be super cool when, especially a chef, we see, the presidents get the covers and talk show hosts always seem to be on Marvel or comic covers in general. Not often you get like a chef. Like I don't think I've ever seen Gordon Ramsay on a cover.
No, there was a book called Get Euro. About a sushi chef that goes crazy and starts like killing people. That was written by God. What's that one thing? I don't know these chefs' names, man. Why do I even bring this up? I don't know the names of them. But yeah, there's another one called Get Jiro that was written by a chef, about a sushi chef who's going to flip out and kill people. Anthony Bourdain. There it is. That's what it is. Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah. Dude, that guy was he was just an amazing human. Rest in peace.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace.
When you like Doseki is the most interesting man, that was Anthony Bourdain.
I think so.
Yeah, he was a very interesting dude.
Speaking of interesting, next set of books up here, we got Star Trek Lower Decks number 17. I didn't know that book went up to 17 issues already. Shout out to the Lower Decks team. This is the Vernon Smith regular cover. That is obviously just a really cool arcade variant cover.
Galaga.
Is it Galaga? I was thinking
it looks like Galaga or something like that.
Dude, I think that Mucinex is still in my head. I'm forgetting thoughts and stuff.
Or Centipede.
Either way, but this is a wicked cover.
Yeah.
I love it. I think this is really dope. This is picked out by Javier C. from who's a writer at CovrPrice's. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's Javier or if he goes by Xavier. Either way, he picked a cool Space Invaders. That's what I'm thinking of. It's a Space Invaders cover.
Space Invaders, yeah.
Dude, I'm seriously trying to keep up here. Wow. All right. Yeah, really rad Space Invaders cover here. Good pick by Javier. Also, more Star Trek Lower Decks number 17 covers. This is the Chris Finogillo. Either way, awesome cover because this is, I don't know if he's an artist on the show, but this looks what the art looks like on the show. Very Rick and Morty-esque looking. I love it. I'm not a big Star Trek guy, but I've always heard that this is really, really good show if you're a Star Trek fan. Like this is kind of the next evolution for these shows because I think this took not all, but most of the original writers from Star Trek and moved them over to doing this show. I wonder if Peter David ever did anything on this because he wrote a lot of Star Trek novels.
And this is kind of like it's like more like a little bit raunchy, a little bit like adult cartoony. Like,
yeah, it's a
kind of stuff.
It's McFarlane, the guy from Family Guy, American Dad. Seth MacFarlane. Again, man, things are still in my mind. Yeah. This is a staff pick from Gen C, who's a data integrity analyst. Man, I love seeing all these people who are behind the scenes, keeping CovrPrice.com alive and working well, and giving all the data, giving us comic books.
Man, we got the easy job, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of easy jobs, coming up next here, Storm Earth's Mightiest Mutant #2, R.B. Silva, regular cover. This is a pick by Lefteros. Jeb, I'm gonna leave this up to you, man, because I know you've
honestly, this has been such an awesome series, guys. Like, I don't know. So this is supposedly the first full appearance of Galacta. I got to go through this book. I don't know. I think it's more of a cameo, but it's still first appearance of a new Galacta. These guys that are on the covers, they're basically like the Marvel Men in Black. Basically, and they like run everything kind of going on the Area 51 style stuff in the Marvel universe. And man, Storm has been just one cosmic blast after another. I've been just loving everything about this series. Man, it's nice to see our girl get some recognition and show just how big a powerhouse she really is and where she belongs in the echelon of. She's definitely the mightiest mutant. Yeah, man.
Is she the mightiest mutant though? Is she?
She is. She's the goddess, man. You can't mess with Storm. Not only that, dude. If she had problems and you just wanted to scrap, she could whoop your butt too, bro. Like that's the thing. Yeah, she's stupid powerful, but she can throw hands too.
Oh yeah, well that's how she became leader of the Morlocks. She took it from.
That's
Callisto.
right.
Yeah,
that's
in a
right.
fair fight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of fair fight, Supergirl number 11, the Jeff DeCal variant. This is another pick by Lefteros. This is a beautiful cover, bud. This is rad.
Yeah, dude. This, and it's like it's got it's a little bit sexy too,
Yeah, she's got her midriff showing, very huntress looking. Yeah,
looking pretty hot, but yeah, Jeff Deckel this cover pops, man. I don't know. You can't really do a lot. You remember what you were saying when like they were drawing her and she looked too young?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she looks like Superwoman here. Let me tell you.
Absolutely. This works. This is really cool. Really Art Deco-y. It's like the background kind of looks almost like a tarot card, like the back of a tarot card kind of thing. Like there's some design in this. It's really rad. It's really cool.
The camera guy is just like, make love to the camera, baby. That's what's going on here.
Absolutely.
Yo, show me.
I'm waiting for that Supergirl movie, man. I am waiting for Lobo, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. All right, keep going on here. We got some more Supergirl covers. One of my favorite, I'll say it, cheesecake artists, Terry Dotson variant here by Travis. This is a pick by Travis M. My boy Travis, Trek Wars in the chat, picked this cover. Good on you, Travis.
Yo.
Look at this.
I mean, that's my impression of crypto. Sorry.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, look at there you go, Travis in the house, bro, picking out these great covers. Yeah, I love Terry Dotson was like one of the first like comic book cheesecake artists that were ever on my radar way back in the day. Like when he was doing a Harley Quinn series and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yo. Moving on though. Yo, we got Tigress Island #1, people.
Yep, we're gonna pump the brakes here. We're gonna talk about this book because this, boys and girls, ladies and germs, this is the book of the week. Probably this is the big book of the week this week. Again, it's an Image Indie #1 that's already popping off on the charts so far. Boom. It was this #1 on the top 10 list as a pre-order? I'm not sure. Yeah. Maybe Travis can remind me in the chat. But this is a pick by Lefteros and by Mitch B, who's a writer. This is Tigress Island, everybody. An island of hot chicks who are just maniacs. I love this. The lady on the top, I don't know their names. We haven't read these books yet. But I love that kind of like pilot outfit she has on, like very Rocketeer like, you know.
This book right here just screams like sexploitation 70s grindhouse, chained women of the Amazon, Isla and the SS and all those old sexploitation films. And this is like literally pulling from that grindhouse era. And dude, I'm all for it. I'm down.
Yeah, like very much what was it? Go Kill Pussycat or whatever? Like those kind of
movies. Yes, all those movies. There's so many. Like they pump them out, afternoon cinemas. Dude, yeah, this is totally that type of genre, and I'm down for it. I love anything grindhouse. So
yeah, I'm down for this kind of stuff. I don't know if there's any more covers on here, but we'll get through it. But there's some really rad covers for this series. The A cover is usually the hot one, right? When these things come out, but there's some other covers coming out that are just going to be as hot, I think. Here we are. Speaking of, this is the Tigress Island #1, the Luana Vicino poly bag, not safe for work. So that means you get to see a little something. Little something. Blind bag variant. This is picked by Lefteros and that pervert Lando from the Top 10 and New Comic Book Day show host who just wants to see a little something because this is like the covers on the regular cover and the cover artist. The women have like beady eyes, like they're just circles, right? But
what was that animated show? The French one?
And he just had a French show.
Little tiny eyes. I can't remember. Gosh, now it's gonna bug me.
But this is just a hot cover, guys. Like this is too hot to handle. I like it. It's the chains. It's the prison. Like new kink unlocked. Like this is a rad cover. I'm loving it. I'm loving
Tintin.
it.
Tintin. Tintin.
Sorry, take it back. I would watch. I do know the French comic Tintin. I love that. Did you watch that CGI movie?
Yeah. I saw it a long time ago.
Yeah, they never did a sequel. I'm so mad about it. That's such a good show. Such a good. Yeah, I have a bunch of Tintin comics. They're little like hardbound books and stuff.
Yeah.
Hogar, is it Hogar who's like the creator of Tintin? I'm thinking either way. Moving on. Mucinex brain. Just Transformers #2 10th printing cover is wild from Tony Fazula. I'm gonna go with Fazula. 10th printing cover. This is rad. I don't know if this is like watercolor. I don't know what kind of medium Tony is working with. I'm not sure if Tony's a guy or a girl because it's a TONI situation. But shout out to Tony and shout out to Cover Price writer Dana F for pulling this one out. This is I didn't even know about this cover. This thing is dope.
Like come on, guys. How often does the second print go to the 10th printing? A second print.
Dude, that Transformer. I mean, we talk about like Dork being on fire. We talk about absolute Batman being on fire. This is the original on fire book that just goes to multiple printings, which I love because it seems, and that's an interesting thing too, Jeff. We'll pump the brakes and talk about this for half a second. Multiple printings, usually when a number one or a book goes to like a second print, it affects the value of the first print. I don't see that with Dork. I don't see that with Transformers. I don't see that with Absolute Batman. A 10th printing of issue 2 is, I mean, that's me applauding and giving love to Robert Kirkman, Daniel Warren Johnson, and the whole team at Skybound for putting in the work and just doing something. Transformers is one of those IPs where it's like, what can you do with Transformers? Right? They're just robots in disguise who dress up, who change into, tape decks. Who don't even know what a tape deck is anymore? Or
a ballpoint pen. They can transform into a ballpoint pen, guys.
Yeah. And they Skybound has been able to just stroke the fires of Transformers fandom and keeping the book going in print, dude. Wow.
Everything. The whole Energon universe is just an amazing feat if you think about it.
And we're not done yet, bro. We got Mask coming out.
We're like on the cusp, and they literally anything from Hasbro, coffin humanoids. Let's go, guys. Anything from Hasbro. Let me tell you, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for whatever they're going to bring in next. I mean, I don't know how, like, I'm trying to think of other like Hasbro toys that could fit in this universe. Like we got Mask, that's cool.
My Little Pony. Hey man, those bronies are hardcore.
Why not? Why not? If they can make it work, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gods in a different reality or something, and they just happen to fall into it for a couple comics issues or whatever. Sure.
Yeah. And again, this is another book, bro, that anything can happen. Anything can happen. Nothing's safe. Nothing is sacred. Characters get completely deformed, right? Like Optimus Prime loses his arm and replaces it with Megatron's arm with the cannon. How cool is that? Some excruciating situations with Starscream happens, or he gets some body horror stuff done to him as well. So it's another book where things happen and you're unexpected of what those things are that's going to happen next, and I love it for that book.
Well, Grumpy Gus says they have crossed over Transformers with My Little Pony. I feel like I've also read that somewhere, or I've seen it somewhere. Yeah. Like, again, not shocking.
Not shocking. Yeah, yes, sir. Speaking of not shocking, moving on with Transformers, number 30. This is the David Nakayama regular cover. This is a pick by Lefteros. I've heard rumblings that stuff goes down. Something happens in this book. I'm not going to say what or whatever. Something goes down where I've heard people saying I'm up in my orders, like retailers and stuff like that. Like they read the retailer PDF. It was like, all right, we might need a couple more copies of this book. So
just in case,
keep your eye out on Transformers 30. I don't know what it is. I just heard rumblings that they saw something happen in this book, and it's time to up the orders a little bit.
I know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you guys. You got to go find out yourselves.
You got to pick up that book and read it to see what's what.
That's right. What?
Little cheesecakey here on this. Is this? I can't think of her name. Is this She's
Lolita?
Like, is it Alita? Like, Optimus is like girlfriend or whatever, right? So
yeah,
very cool, very cool. And we can't go on with any Skybound book without a fantastic Invincible team up cover. This is the Josh Cassara Invincible team up cover picked by Lefteros. This is rad. It's my boy Soundwave, my favorite Transformer, just beating up a robot who, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
First we crack the shell, then we crack the nuts inside.
That's right. Good job, Jeff. Good job. Yeah, and we got Invincible. God, I can't think of this guy's name because he has two different names depending on what canon and what kind of timelines you follow in Transformers. He's got two. It's Rumble and something else.
Rumble, Ramsey, Ravage, Ramsey, Rumble.
No, Ravage is the dog.
Yeah, Ravage is the dog. I'm just trying to think of how, like Soundwave always calls them out before he like sends them on.
Yeah.
Laserbeak.
Because sometimes he's red and sometimes he's purple. That's just the thing with Transformers. They had a lot of like color errors and stuff like that, so it was kind of confusing. Either way, getting on a side quest tangent about Transformers. Again, another rad Invincible cover that I would want to see. I would want to see him go up against Transformers, dude. That would be rad. That would be so rad. All right. Moving forward, almost at the end of the slides this week, folks. Look at this awesome Miami Vice Yosagi Yojimbo Keto 84. That makes sense with it being 84. Number one. This is my boy. I didn't know this. This is Jim Rugg. I love Jim Rugg's work. Shout out to Jim Rugg from cartoonist Kayfabe. Super indie artist. This is the Jim Rugg variant. This is picked by Matthew D, the data integrity analyst at CovrPrice. This is rad. I love how he just jump kicking over that car, dude. That is so 80s, man. I love it.
Right. It's like
with the high tops and everything.
It's like American Ninja posters and all those like 80s awesome posters that just came out. The direct-to-video awesomeness. Like I said, like we were talking before, when like Kickboxer and all that stuff came out in the 80s, and it was just nothing but nonstop awesome nostalgia. And then of course, we got what is that? A rabbit that he's driving? Freaking
rabbit, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's driving a rabbit. That's hilarious. Volkswagen Rabbit. Yeah, baby. Awesome. Man, next up, of course, we got to get into something that, once in a while, Left will pick like a book that I like. Not often, but when he does, it's pretty awesome. But anyways, Venom 255, man, let me tell you, Death Spiral is in full effect. I have been the best Spider-Man crossovers that we've had in a while. And we haven't had a lot of like great Spider-Man crossovers, especially with Venom. This is an awesome street level story. And Torment is definitely something that Marvel is investing in. And they're trying to like introduce this character right. Anyway, that's my opinion on it.
Man, just gotta leave it to Jeb for all the Venom information, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, like you get a serial killer that's on point with like Carnage, and like I said, Marvel's taking their time in this story, and they're actually building it. Like I got to read this issue, and like I'm impressed. I'm impressed that it doesn't feel like the story doesn't feel like it's rushed or hokey. So I don't know, man. I'm loving this storyline. Death Spiral is a win in my book so far.
All right, man. Glad to hear, man, because you're my go-to for anything symbiote related. So right on. And by the way, Next Brain, kind of cleared up. Frenzy is the other name of Rumble.
Frenzy.
It goes by Frenzy. All right. I love that Volkswagen Rabbit, though, man. Good job, Jim Rugg, for making that. That is rad.
Yeah, man.
All right. And the last slide of the night, folks, we got X-Men United, the Stefano Caselli regular cover. This is picked by Lefteros. This is I want to say this is a fold-out cover, right, or a wraparound cover.
I think so. Yeah.
I love when they do these covers, and there's always the one girl who is just showing her backside of things, right? Everybody else is facing front, and you got Rogue.
You got your girl.
Rogue's my girl.
Your girl is just like, and pose.
And pose.
Got to do that they call the heat pose. Yo, absolute heat. Anyways, man, like, you know, X-Men's, this book's like full of mutants. I kind of got to browse through it. There's a lot of mutants in this book. So you want your mutants, you're going to get like a double dose in this book. Lots of obscure mutants too. Like people, I had to like look up and try to figure out, because I was like, man, that's a lot of new characters, but man, there's a lot of deep cuts in this issue. It's pretty cool.
All right, everybody in the chat, thank you for the correction. It's a connecting cover. All right, because I've seen both sides, so I thought it was a wraparound. But shout out to everybody keeping us honest here. That's loving
That's
it.
Right.
Loving it. I love it. Everybody's a part of the show, keeping us honest. Right. I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again, but I'm glad that we have people here checking us right here, right now. All right, cool. So, Jeb, that is the picks of the week. With all the love and respects to Cover Price team, to Left the Road. Right, now comes the fun part, where we are going to take a look at. Let's take a look at what's hot on the list in the aftermarket so far, everybody.
That's right. We're not quite done yet, guys. We're gonna check out the aftermarket. Let's see what things are going for.
And again, this is just another benefit that you get with Cover Price for the subscription service. You go here to new releases. You also have the FOC on here, all kinds of other fun stuff. But right now we're going to take a look at the new releases, and let's take a look at current market trend or highest estimated value.
Highest estimated value.
Highest estimate. I ask that every week, and I never remember, but I got Jeb here to remember things for me. Let's go. All right, man. We got some great stuff here already. This unholy hour, Mark Spears 150 is terrifying. This is probably one of the coolest covers for Mark Spears, in my personal opinion. This is the best one. He always has that kind of day glowy, a lot of blues, a lot of bright purples and stuff like that. But this one is just a complete different beast of a cover, dude. I love it. And
look at the messed up Cenobite from Hellraiser.
Man, I love Hellraiser. My wife is so terrified of those movies.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
But right up there, like if you like Hellraiser, you must love Nightbreed. You can't tell me you never watched Nightbreed, brother. Okay, that's on your list. You got to put Nightbreed on your list of movies, my guy.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to watch it by myself because my wife doesn't like that stuff. But yeah, Nightbreed it is. $86 so far for that one. Comics Magazine, dude. Comic book magazines are back. I grew up with Wizard. I got 100+ issues of Wizard back here. I love Wizard, and I'm pumped that there is a comics magazine coming back. But this one is the Speta Shabina Sequential Art Limited. They even have exclusive covers for the magazine. How cool is that, right? This is a great cover. $70 for that bad boy so far. Wow. It's kind of just.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna buy a comic book magazine for $70. I'm sorry, bro.
I hear you, dude.
You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna go to Cover Price and I'm gonna look up books that way.
Because the regular book is the regular cover is an absolute Batman cover, and it's like I got it on pre-order for like $2. I think it's like a $3 book. Yeah, $2.99 says right there. But what I like, the reason I got number one is to Return to Chew. Everybody, if anybody knows about Chew, that wonderful Image book from like 2010-ish.
That little
John Layman.
Little Columbo, but I eat people and can see what happens.
Yeah, I have to eat a dead body. Not eat a whole dead body, but take a bite, lick some blood, and I can kind of see what's going on in this crime scene. Yeah.
Just a little bite, guys. No big
bird
deal.
flu happens in poultry's outlet. So there's an underground ring of poultry. You know, the FDA is the FBI. I love Chew. I love Chew. I have a piece of original art of Chew right back here. So yeah.
Oh, one thing I wanted to bring up, but it was kind of cool, is like Magic and Colossus. Man,
okay.
really, really cool series, guys. It's been deal with a lot of Slavic folklore and stuff. So you go, and this issue actually has a first appearance of the Immortal, which is actually based on like a Slavic necromancer who was like the original dude who did Horcruxes, basically.
So apparently that comics magazine is the first appearance of Stefa's Halloween trio. I guess that's kind of the
that's kind of cool.
The polish to get that book.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I thought I pressed the cough button there. All right. Let's keep going. Look at this. Hey man, you love Venom, and I know you love Mary Jane Venom. $25. There's 1 in 25 here.
Honestly, guys, like it's taking a while to like warm up to the whole idea of like Venom and Mary Jane, but they're actually, it's not bad, man. It's like grumpy old men. It's just a couple, just the biggest odd couple you could have who was just stuck together and kind of like each other.
Nice. Look at this 51, the regular cover, man. $22 so far already. And it's a hot book, hot icon here. The Natalie Fordrain. All these like incentive covers for Sonic are always expensive, man. They always kind of like go up in price. $23 ratio.
Cover.
That thing is awesome.
Yo, that thing is that's a bad cover.
Oh, that's a Dan Mora cover, man. Shout out to Dan Mora, dude. That is rad. Very, very cool. And here we go with the Tigress Island, already a $20 book. The blind bag cover is $20.
Again, can't go wrong with crazy grindhouse action. Gotta love that.
I'm digging this Lucas Wernick, Jessica Jones. Gosh dang it, mucus brain.
Typhoid Mary.
Thank you, sir. Typhoid Mary cover. Yes, sir. That's a rad cover. $15 for that. That's well below ratio, but still, man, that's a cool cover, and it's hot. Again, look at Tigress, another great. If you're somebody that collects bondage covers, and I know there's people out there who are, especially like Wonder Woman bondage covers or bondage covers in general. Here's another great one right here, dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, all these Transformer covers are incredible, dude. That's another great one by Turin Clark. That's rad.
That Something Is Killing the Children glow in the dark cover. That's kind of neat.
Oh, okay. Is that a number one? Oh, 10th print for number one. That's cool. Glow in the dark.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I love glow in the dark. Another cool Archie Darkness.
Like for second prints, you can just go crazy. Do whatever you want. Every gimmick under the sun because it's the second print cover. Why not? Yep. Let's go, people. It's fun.
Yeah, stretch those creative muscles and stuff. Look at this. Look at this badass. This Ghost Rider, or excuse me, Space Ghost.
Space Ghost.
Hey, citizens! I love Space Ghost.
You ever sit there and just watch Space Ghost coast to coast?
Oh, dude, I loved Cartoon Planet back in the day. I loved Space Ghost Coast to Coast, C-Lab 2021. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, all those like ridiculous shows. I absolutely love and I fell in love with. Love them. Too bad they're not on like any. I don't think they're on any streaming services. But
no, nothing that I could find.
But either way, like, dude, look how just powerful this cover is, dude. That is awesome. That is awesome. Another great Tigress cover with the katana and the blood. Very kind of reminds me of Kill Bill-ish a little bit here. It's cool.
Super thick Lucky Tales. I've never even heard of that one. That looks interesting.
Tim says super thick Lucky Tales. All right.
Super thick.
Sealy. Okay, I see it. I can see where he's going with that. But again, look, hey, you mentioned Storm in that first appearance of, or cameo, however you want to slice it.
Galacta.
Galacta, $10 book right now.
Yeah, man.
$10 book. I don't know what super thick is, but this is cool, man.
Yeah.
That's
some cool covers.
This Paolo Sealy one is really neat.
I like those Skylar Partridge covers. Those are cool. Little Buddy variants. Buddy. Huh.
And we got some Godzilla. Some Godzilla. Dude, I just started Monarch season 2. Yes, sir. That show is fantastic.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Love that show.
Monarch is really good. So
I don't know why nobody ever just told me, Gabe, sit down and watch Monarch. Like nobody forced me to watch it. That show's fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
Fan-freaking-tastic. All right, everybody. That is New Comic Book Day for tomorrow, right? So the 11th.
March the 11th.
2026. Again, everybody, I want to just give much love and appreciation. The channel did hit 8,000 subs recently. How cool is that? Glad to see everybody coming in, seeing new people all the time on the shows and in the chat. So hit that like button down below. Leave us a comment. What's your favorite book of the week? What's your pull list look like this week? I'm always interested in seeing what people are reading, what people are buying, what they're interested in. Jeb, give everybody a shout out and some love, buddy. What you got going on?
Again, man, like we've always said, man, buy what you like. You know, you guys are the ones who work hard for your money. So hard for it, honey. So make sure you guys buy what you like. As usual, you can either catch us here on the New Comic Book Day show, or you can catch me on my IG on Infamous Jeb, the one, the only, the second baldest man in the room. Yeah, baby. We're here.
Depends on when I shave. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We appreciate all of you. And, you know, shout out to Gerlando. He couldn't be here tonight. We miss him. Big shout out to him.
Yeah.
But as always, the show must go on. Like I wasn't here yesterday, and that's just the way she goes sometimes. And shout out to the whole Cover Price crew this week, man, for all the awesome picks.
Yeah, dude, I love that. I love seeing. I don't know everybody in Cover Price. You know, I don't interact with everybody from Cover Price, but so I'm glad to see new names popping up with picks. I'm glad that all the Cover Price crew is contributing to New Comic Book Day picks as well, and always Lefteros being just the spearhead of the New Comic Book Day picks. So shout out to him. Hit him up on IG. And that's it, everybody.
Good tastes.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. Go check out your local comic book shop. Everybody, show up early if you can. Add books to your pull list. That's the most important if you want these books. Keep your ears to the ground on what's hot and what's popping off, and just enjoy your comic books, guys. This is like we were saying at the beginning of the show, Jeb. It's an exciting time for comics, where there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of there's a little bit of controversy, right? There's like, oh, this is market manipulation, or why is this book so hot right now? Why is
it crazy that a book can just be hot, people? is that so hard to believe?
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, but either way, I'm out, guys. What's today? Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow, check out Comics Covered with the founders of Cover Price, Matt and John. And then Thursday, I'll be back on the Shakers show with Laura, with Marty, and with Chris as we go over just the most interesting high dollar sales for the week. So make sure you subscribe, hit that ding ding button so you get alerted when new shows do pop off so you don't miss out on any of the fun. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Good night, everybody.